Hello, everybody. Here's an update on I think it's a 24-gallon Beaufront tank. Tank is looking really good. Started CO2 injection about a month ago, and I got to say the plants are growing like crazy. If you look at the Amazon sword, you can see a trail of bubbles coming off of the leaves. That is oxygen being pumped into the water, being produced by the plant. Tank is looking really, really good. In the front there, I've got a red tiger lotus. Now, those are the original leaves that came with the plant. Plant arrived about 2 weeks ago. Leaves were kind of beat up, but if you look here, it already sent up 2 runners. This one just came out yesterday. The other one that's already up actually shot up to the tank within 1 day. Came out 2 days ago, and within 1 day, it made it from the plant all the way up to the top. So really, just absolutely incredible, the growth. See, I've got my CO2 going on. There's the CO2 diffuser. I do have a wave maker that turns on when the CO2 comes on to kind of disperse the CO2 throughout the tank. I've got the CO2 at a little more than 1 drop per second. It goes from 8 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And then I have 2 programmable Hydra lights. See on top here, these lights are absolutely amazing. I love these lights. They're so reasonable. They've got built-in displays with built-in timers for both the regular lighting and the moon lighting. So the backlight comes on early in the morning. It slowly by itself gets brighter and brighter till it fully turns on. At 8 o'clock when the CO2 kicks in, the second light turns on to give the tank extra light. And then at 4:30, the front light shuts into moonlight mode. The moonlights come on. Even though you can't really see them during the day, a blue light is actually really good for plants. And then that front one stays on moonlight mode until the back light, a little later in the evening, switches to moonlight mode. And then it just gives an amazing blue glow to the tank until the lights finally shut down at night. But I think the tank is really coming along good. I've got 4 snails. I believe they're mystery snails. 3 yellow and 1 black. We'll get a peek at him. These snails, they are incredible. I never planned on having snails in a planted tank until I got these bad boys. And let me tell you, they are extremely active. They do not eat any of the plants. They're just swimming around, basically crawling around eating waste and leftover food that's on the bottom of the tank. I don't have any snail eggs. I've had these snails now for about 3 weeks. They've been absolutely great. I never thought a snail would be so interesting, but the speed that they move around the tank is kind of shocking. I've yet to have one climb out. I do have some algae on the driftwood, but I do have a full-size pleco. He's hiding out back there behind the woods, so I'm hoping he can start munching away at that algae. But overall, the fish are very, very healthy, and the plants are doing really, really well. I do use Seachem Stable and Prime, and then to clear out the water sometimes I will use Clarity. And I do have a 50 micron filter sheet pad that I will put 1 sheet in my Fluval 307. Upgraded recently from a 203 to a 307. Made a massive difference. 1 sheet of 50 micron on top of the regular sponges in there. And this tank, within 12 hours, the water will be so clear that it looks like it's drinkable. Really amazing. I only leave it in for 1 day because it's so fine that I imagine it will slowly clog up. But this one I want to really polish the water. Put that in there for a day. But overall, I'm really, really happy. I've got red root floaters going across the top. Those are growing like crazy as well. I've got to basically take a handful out every week. But those are also absorbing any leftover, fish waste or whatnot that's in the water. So I've got pretty much zero nitrites when I did a test. Overall, I think the fish are really healthy. This big guy is the boss. He is the boss of the tank. He does chase some other fish around when the food goes in, but overall, he's not too bad. I did not expect him to get that big. If you see, he's bigger than all the other fish in the tank. But I guess that's the perk of being the boss. I've got 4 Cory cats. There's 2 hanging out right there. You see my CO2 meter is nice and green. Again, it's running at about a little more than one bubble per second. Here's my CO2 generator down here, Silcia, and this thing is absolutely fantastic. If you noticed, it's powered, and that's on a programmable outlet, so that shuts itself on and off by itself. I have to refill it about once every 2 weeks, which is pretty amazing considering how small the cylinder is. Even though they do make bigger ones, for me that's kind of perfect. I don't want a big, ugly, fire extinguisher looking tank next to my aquarium. I can actually slide that behind the tank, but I like it where it is because I kind of keep an eye on the gauge. Anyway, that's the latest update. I do have a new fish. Let's see if we can find him. He's a blue ram. Got him today. He's hiding out. He's absolutely gorgeous. Let's see if we can figure out where he went. And I don't see him, but he is very shy. We'll try to get him next time. And this red plant here I absolutely love. I want to get it to come around this bend. I just planted another little piece of one, and I'm going to take some snippings and plant it. Look at the roots on that thing. And try to get it to go around this bend, which unfortunately there's not a lot of current in this corner. And that, so I have an issue with algae on plants that I plant over there. But anyway, that's the tank update. Anybody has any questions or anything, let me know. I've been keeping fish, let's see, since I was about 12 years old, and I am in my 50s. So I kind of know what I'm doing. I'm sure people will have comments or say otherwise, but if you look at this tank and how the plants are growing and how the fish are healthy, I think we'll get you. Oh, there's the blue ram. Look how beautiful this fish is. I saw it in the aquarium store and was blown away. That is just one beautiful fish. So hopefully he or she gets over being a little bit scared. The fish has only been in there now for maybe a half hour. But yep, I think the only other addition I'm going to get is 2 autosynclus catfish that will try to hopefully clean off the leaves that are growing algae. And I think other than that, I'm pretty well stocked here. I can't really afford to put any more fish in this tank. But 2 autosynclus catfish should be okay. They basically live off the algae. And anybody has any questions or comments, let me know. Thank you.